Good afternoon. I hope everybody's doing well out there. It's been a while since I've done one of these. And I thought maybe it might be time for me to get off my ass and start speaking to some of those of you out there that I know in the past have gotten some things out of these messages. Um, you know, so much is happening in the world today. So much is going on. So much is going on even in my life. And I feel it a blessing to be here to experience these things. Um, Today I want to talk a little bit about judgment. I think it was Roosevelt that said, comparison is the thief of happiness. And, really what comparison is a judgment. When you're comparing things, you're judging things. You're judging good versus bad. You're judging right versus wrong. You're judging, how many items or things you own versus someone else. Are you keeping up with the Joneses? A whole life is judgment. The freedom in this life, though, is when you can step back from that judgment, when you can separate yourself from that judgment and just accept the moment. Just accept what's going on in the moment. Really, the things that are going on in the moment are mirrors. They're mirrors of really what's going on in you. Things I've discovered for me on my journey is that the more I've learned about who I am, the more I've learned to truly love and appreciate myself, all of my flaws, all of my amazing things. They certainly span the spectrum. The more I've gained peace with those things, I've noticed that the lessons for me have changed. They've changed significantly. They've gone from, lessons that I thought at the time were really, really difficult to deal with, to things now that they're just blips. There's nothing that's significant that brings a lot of harm. At times they bring emotions, but those emotions are just reactions to situations. And as you continue on your path, wherever that might be, you're continually presented with these, let's say, challenges. And all these challenges they are moments or sparks that are meant for you to be able to grow. They're meant for you to be able to understand yourself and your environment better. Some people say that there are these karmic cycles that we go through. They're just constant repeats of the same lesson, and you keep getting the lesson until you learn the lesson. And I certainly have experienced that in my lifetime. I think when you start to accept that your life is like being in a classroom, and you start to accept that these lessons are actually for your better good, you stop judging the lessons. You start seeing that the lessons are truly just reflecting back to you things that are going on inside of you that require your attention in order for you to, I guess for lack of a better word, reach your greatest point of bliss, of peace on this plane. I think when I first, became conscious, and I was like most people, I ran out there and I was so used to a certain way of life, and now life was completely different for me. And I loved everyone, and I still love everyone, don't get me wrong. But I wanted to go out and share this message and show everybody this is what your life could be like, and this is how amazing it is. And, I think that everyone, regardless of what their path is, when they find something, when they have that aha moment, immediately they want to run out and they want to share that message. And, you start to realize that, the people around you and things around you are events that they're just designed for you to continue to learn and grow. And so, you run out to share this message, and there's others who are on different paths, and sometimes they're not ready to hear the message, or it's not their time yet, or maybe they're on a different path. And so at times it can get to be difficult. It gets to be frustrating. There's a lot of rejection. until you accept the rejection for what it is. It's just guiding you down a different path for you. It's kind of lighting the pathway and lightening the way for you, so to speak, for the direction that you're to go. You know, the unfortunate part, I think, that it's been difficult for me on this journey is trying, in some cases, to describe what this is like, what the feelings are like, the changes that happen, like what occurs during these changes, just the whole experience. You know, one of the things I have noticed about the universe is that as you progress down your journey and you're ready for new and different things, you know, the universe asks you to step back, step away from other things in your life. And that can be really difficult. That's, you know, where the Buddha talks about love without attachment. That can be really difficult because on this path, I had to let go of a lot of things, and I had to let go of a lot of people. A lot of people I truly love. A lot of people I truly did not want to let go of. To the point where I found myself in some cases being stagnant, where I found myself in some cases halting my journey just because I loved people so much and I wanted to spend so much more time with them that you know, I delayed myself. I held myself back. But unfortunately, when you start down, you know, certain paths in the journey that I'm on, it definitely beckons to me. And when I try to ignore the beckoning, when I try to not listen to it because of maybe circumstances that I'm going through, or experiences that I'm having that I'm projecting in my mind, that is a good thing, that I'm judging, that's a good thing. You know, I essentially create suffering in my life. And that suffering looks more like just, you know, the heavy emotions that, you know, you can move forward from, but because of your attachment and love for people and situations, you choose not to go in those directions until you don't have a choice and you have to. And the hard part in this lifetime is when there are people, friends and family around you that you truly do love, but you know that they're on a different path and you know that it's your time to continue to move forward. Sometimes it can be really, really hard to let those people go. Because in this lifetime that we're in, those people, you can't provide them with any more value, and they can't provide you with any more value on your journey. It's not that you don't love them and you don't care for them, but they're just staying where you're at. To be with them is not allowing you to progress down your path. And I think in life that can be really difficult because, you know, we get attached to people. We've learned that love is attachment. It's hanging on to something and yearning and wanting that something. But really that's just all kind of an illusion that traps you in a space. It traps you into lessons that you've already learned, and the universe can't bring you new lessons because you have free will. You have the choice. Your choice can be to stay, but the longer you stay, again, the more suffering you bring to yourself. So, so that part has been, that one's a difficult one. I had to let go of a lot of people that I didn't want to let go of. And I know it's been hard for them too. But the only thing that I could put out there, the only message that I could put out there is, don't judge this as a bad thing. It just is. Doesn't change the way I feel about you. I love you guys very, very much. I will always love you. You didn't do anything wrong. There's no negative thing to say. and it has nothing to do with a judgment of being better or worse. It's just a different path, and it's a path that I'm on. A path that, this is a journey that chose me. It's not your journey. And for all those people, and there are many of them out there, I guess I would just tell you that I love you very much. And I think of you guys all the time. And I know that it can feel hurtful when people have to move forward, but it doesn't have to. We'll run into each other again someday. We all will. And when that day comes, believe me, I'm going to come and give you guys the biggest hug in the world. I'm going to tell you how much I love you and how much I've missed you. And I'll be excited to hear about all of the experiences you had on your journey. And I'll be excited to share mine too. So that's, I think that's really the message I want to put out there for those who are finding themselves in different spots, and spots that are unfamiliar to them, and spots that it's difficult for them to navigate. You're not alone. You're never alone. Love doesn't have to die. It always remains. Real love always remains. Fear-based love, yeah, it does go away, but real love, pure love, never dies. It is eternal. So with that, I'm going to let y'all go for the day. Blessings, peace, joy. Y'all are in my heart. And I wish nothing but beautiful, wonderful, amazing things for you on your journey. Peace.